YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Top of the morning. Everybody, how y'all doing today? Man, 20 years ago today, I was hired by Metro. 12 years ago, they stole my job. Today would have been my 20th anniversary had my job not been stolen by Wmata, Teamsters Local 922, arbitrator Joseph M. Sharnoff, and Mooney, Green, Sandin, Murphy, and Welch law firm. They all was in collusion. Man, in fact, my case, if somebody really looked into my case, probably would be one of the biggest scandals in Metro because a lot of the decisions that they're making are predicated on my case. A lot of people are being fired using my case as the standard, and this is the part that I think doesn't make any sense. Now, my life was ruined. They actually ruined my life. They stole my job. And what I find absolutely incredible is I'm demonized because I try to stand up for myself. People demonize me, man, because I won't accept an ass whooping. I won't accept the fact that you cheated to beat me. And I get demonized, man. I'm called crazy because I won't accept an injustice. And isn't it amazing that people can have an injustice that will destroy their lives, but they have no means to address it. That's one of the things that I notice sitting down in front of the White House, man. A lot of people come down there with their problems because they ain't got nobody else to be able to address that would even give them the courtesy to even listen to what they're saying. And see, and that's the part that disturbs me is people won't even give you the courtesy to listen to what you're saying, but they're brand you crazy. Man, I even got a guy. I got a guy that I got this question person say, why you let Metro live in your head after all these years? They living in my head. I didn't create it Black Tours. I didn't create a brand, the Truth Conductor. If they was living in my head, I wouldn't be producing anything. I wouldn't have anything to show. If they was living in my head, I would be down and out. If they was living in my head. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, the minute you try to stand up for yourself, people come out. Oh, why you letting them live? If they was living in my head, I wouldn't have nothing to prove. I wouldn't have nothing to show you. If they was living in my head, see, I didn't even create a line of dinnerware. I regardless to what it says. You're the classic example of what I'm talking about. See, the minute somebody try to stand up for themselves when they have been treated wrong, people like you will come up. Why you letting them people live in your head? But I wonder what you would do if the shoe was on your foot. See, I wonder how would you feel if it was you that was fucked over? I wonder how would that feel. I wonder how would you feel then? I mean, think about that for 1 second. And see, and you never know. And see, here, this is my point. See, you don't know what conversation might spark an inquiry. See, that's the part that see y'all act like y'all got all the answers, you know everything, but you don't know what might spark. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You see, you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. But yet you can come and pass judgment about all of this stuff that's going on. And I'm just saying, hey man, I was screwed. And I keep talking about the fact. See, people talking about if they live if Metro was living in my head, I wouldn't have created Capital Buddy Tours. I wouldn't have created Capital Buddy Limo. You know, I wouldn't have created the Truth Conductor if they was living in my head. See, that's where y'all getting it all mixed up. Man, in fact, I wouldn't if Metro was living in my head, I wouldn't have been able to even. I haven't even put this tour on my site yet. Here's a tour that when I got my vehicles repossessed, if Metro was living in my head, how did I produce all of this stuff? If they living in my head, I got stuff I can show you. This is an actual tour. This ain't no see. So you can so you won't think that I'm just holding. Man, this is an actual tour. And the thing about it is, this tour I ain't even had a chance to go back. I wrote this 3 years ago, 4 years ago, however long, whatever. 2017 was when I wrote this tour up. I ain't really went back and got all the kinks out of it yet. Because from the time I first wrote it up until now, I got a lot more knowledge. So I'm just saying, man, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. And it's ironic. It's ironic that that's what I'm looking for. Okay, I want y'all to listen to this. Let me set this up. So, Rudy Gardner, who's now the president of Teamsters Local 922, was my shop steward when I was terminated. I was a shop steward. What's going on to you? I was a shop steward. And they was firing people left and right, man. And Leroy Jones, who was Dolores Proctor's supervisor, they were having an affair. Whatever kind of punani she gave him, he had it bad. Because from sun up to sundown, he was always back in her office. Okay, and that was her supervisor. And I complained about it. And them boys tried to intimidate me. Lil Dick, Milo, Victoria. I bet you if you go back and look up uh, 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 let me see. I want to get his full name. Milo, Milo, Victoria, Victoria. I bet you if you go back and do some research on Milo Victoria, everywhere he's been, he's had a problem with his dick. Because when he was in here, he was screwing everything in Metro that wasn't tied down. Okay? All right? So I complained because I was a shop steward. And they were firing people left and right for some dumb shit. And 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 being out open in the public about their relationship. See, they didn't give a damn. You wasn't supposed. See, I wonder now, 12 years later, if they go back to Leroy Jones and say, did you have a relationship with Dolores Proctor? I wonder what he would say now, because she ended up taking his job. Okay, that's how, see, here's the thing about Metro. Metro is one of the most cruddiest places in the world you can work. They are treacherous in Metro. I'm telling you from experience, that company is treacherous to work for. And if you don't believe me, they had underpaid me, man, for like a year and a half. And it came out to a lot of money because I was busting my ass working. And I started at the bottom in my division, trying to work my way up to get my money. And everybody was stalling me on my money. So I went to Mr. White's office, the CEO of Metro. And his secretary told me I should be lucky that I have a job. I said, Miss, don't get this twisted. God is my source, not Metro. Somebody gonna tell me about my money. And I went over and had a seat. And next thing I know, 4 lieutenants came up in there and say, sir, you got to leave this office. If you don't leave, we're gonna arrest you. Okay? So when I get back to the division, my supervisor is waiting for me, say, you gotta go to medical and take a drug test and see a psychiatrist. I said, for what? Because you went down to the general manager's office. Man, you know what they did to me? They sent my picture around through the subway system saying I was a trespasser. They deleted my ID. I was driving a bus for Metro and they deleted my ID. I couldn't even use my ID. Matter of fact, Dan Tangerlini was the CEO that gave me back my ID for Metro when he was hired to take Mr. White's place. Okay? That's how I got my ID. And I even had a couple of accidents while my ID was voided. And but the people that I had the accident didn't know. Man, do you know how liable Metro would have been for them to have voided out my employee ID? And I'm driving a bus every day? That's how dirty they are. See, so I know the crooked games you play. But anyway, so they fired. I was supposed to go on vacation in January of 2010. My vacation came up, and I went on vacation, and my late mom came in my room and say, boy, what the fuck have you done? Why is the police at my front door? I said, what do you mean police at your front door? She said, it's a Metro supervisor and 2 police officers standing at my front door right now. I go to the front door and I'm like, what's going on? Guy hand me a letter and say, Mr. Folden, you've been terminated from Metro. This letter is hand delivered and will be mailed to you by certified mail. See, even Christian Kent, he done signed off on it. All right. So on this letter, let me read it to you. Starting on Thursday, December the 24th, 2009, and continuing for a number of days thereafter, you sent a series of email messages to General Manager John Cato, alleging serious misconduct on the parts of members of the bus services management team and threatening to repeat these allegations outside of the authority. See, that's what they're upset about. Because I was like, man, I go public with this shit. Okay, that's what they're upset about. You followed up these concerns in person when you revisited the general manager's office and filed a complaint with the Office of Civil Rights on January 6, 2010. In keeping with company policy, the matter was escalated above the parties involved to the general manager, Milo Victoria. Mr. Victoria conducted a thorough investigation that concluded with an interview with you on January the 7th. Now, check this out now. January the 6th is when they initial the investigation. On January the 7th, they done with the investigation. Okay? Mr. Victoria conducted a thorough investigation that concluded with an interview with you on January the 7th that I also attended. Jim Wynn, Director of Office of Civil Rights. See, he should lose his job. Also conducted the findings of Mr. Victoria's investigation are detailed below, and a copy of the civil rights investigation is attached. Now, check this out, y'all. Mr. Victoria's investigation revealed a number of policy violations on your part. The most serious of which was the intentional filing of false statements about your supervisors as prohibited on Policy Instruction 7.32/0 whistleblowing and Bus Rulebook Section 1.1, 1.2, and 1.4 employees' obligation, truthful statement, and professional conduct. You may have also been in violation of company policy regarding the use of electronic devices, but no action will be taken on that basis in these proceedings. As a result of your failure to adhere to these policies, the investigation recommends termination of your employment, and I am upholding that recommendation, therefore effective immediately. You are terminated from services as a Metro bus operator. Now listen to this, y'all. Your last day at work was Friday, January 22nd, 2010. Your Wmata ID, parking pass, keys, pouch, and any other material, if still in your possession, must be returned to this office immediately. All right? This is the letter that they sent me by hand delivered and certified mail. So I wanted my back paid. We've only had, Teamsters Local 922 has only had one employee in the history of that union to ever win back pay from Metro. Okay? All right? I went all the way up. I started at the bottom, went all the way up to the top. Okay? I started in my division, voicing my concerns about my pay. And I went all the way up. Okay? I started in my division, and I went all the way up to the general manager's office. And every time I go to the next level, all I got was some more excuses. So anyway, I get to arbitration a year and a half later. And I had this guy, Welch, was trying to get me to sign off on some shit that was absolutely crazy. And I fired him. So then they gave me Mr. Mooney. Okay? They were underpaying me. Oh yeah, they were underpaying me. They knew they was paying me the wrong salary. They knew. So when we get to arbitration, Mr. Mooney say, Mr. Folden, the termination that the letter that they sent you by certified mail and what they put in your folder are two totally different letters, sir. I don't know what you're going to do about that. But I just want to let you know those are two different letters. Okay? And I said, what do you mean? So let me show y'all something. See, this is the letter right here. Notice, it says to Donald Folden via certified mail and courier. Okay? Tell me how I'm getting this. All right? You see what this? You see, and it's initialed by Christian Kent. But when we get to arbitration, look at this letter. Says to file. Okay? Still from Christian Kent. No signature, none of that. But it says to file. Okay? That's what this letter says. And it's different. Let me show you. Operator Donald H. Folden was employed by Wmata Area Transit on April 5th, 2002 as a bus operator and signed to the Landover Division. Starting on Thursday, December 24, 2009, and continuing for a number of days thereafter, you sent a series of email messages to General Manager John Cato, alleging serious misconduct on the parts of members of the bus services management team and threatened to repeat these allegations outside the authority. You followed up these concerns in person when you approached staff in the general manager's office and also filed a complaint with the Office of Civil Rights on January 6, 2010. In keeping with company policy, the matter was escalated above the parties involved to the Assistant General Manager, Milo Victoria. Mr. Victoria conducted a thorough investigation that concluded with an interview with you on January 7, 2010, that I also attended. Jim Wynn, Director of the Office of Civil Rights, also conducted an investigation and concluded there was no merit to your complaint. Now listen to this, y'all. On this letter that was sent by certified mail, it says, Mr. Victoria, investigation revealed a number of policy violations on your part, the most serious of which was intentional filing of false statements about your coworkers as described in policy. Oh, no. This is wrong. I'm sorry. See, the one that was sent by certified mail. Mr. Victoria's investigation revealed a number of policy violations on your part, the most serious of which being intentional filings of false statements about your supervisors as prohibited in policy 7.3, whistleblowing and boost rule bus. But look at what they said in this letter. In the letter that they put in my file, they said, Mr. Victoria's investigation revealed a number of policy violations on your part, the most serious of which was the intentional filing of false statements about your coworkers. Now, in this letter that they put in my file, they said I filed a complaint about my coworkers. But in this letter they sent me by certified mail, they said I filed false statements about my supervisors. See, they told the truth in this letter, okay? But check this out. Mr. Victoria's investigation revealed a number of policy violations on your part, the most serious of which was intentional filing of false statements about your coworkers as described in 1.1 Equal Employment Opportunity and Affirmative Action Policy, as well as engaging in threatening behavior of employees during your visit to the General Manager's office in violation of Policy 4.2 Workplace Violence. You may also have been in violation of company policy regarding the use of electronic devices, but no action will be taken on the basis of these proceedings. Now, as a result of your failure to adhere these company policies, the investigation recommend termination of your employment, and I am upholding that recommendation. Therefore, effective immediately, you are terminated from services as a Metro bus operator. Your last day of work was Thursday, January the 21st. Wait a minute now. On this letter, it says your last day of work was Friday, January 22nd. But the letter they put in my file said my last day of work was Thursday. So if my last day of work was Thursday, January the 21st, how am I guilty on Friday, January 22nd? How am I guilty? So what Joseph M. Sharnoff, this was my arbitrator right here, okay? Look what it says. Before Joseph M. Sharnoff, neutral arbitrator and chairman board of arbitration. He's the chairman of the board of arbitrators. Okay, so this ain't no, and him and John R. Mooney was just like this here. They were talking about their wives during our breaks. See, so he wasn't neutral. So what Sharnoff did was he took this letter that was dated January 21st, 2010, and this letter that's dated January 22nd, 2010, and combined them. He combined the two letters to justify my being terminated. So how can you take a letter with two different termination dates on it and combine them and be justified to terminate? So man, I mean that thing hurt me, man. And one day a buddy of mine called me up and say, man, Rudy is real sick. Okay? I worked for him for 8 years. I worked for him for 8 years. So Rudy, because I had 10, I would have been vested. So they had to get me out before 10 years. So one day I called up the shop steward because he was sick, man, and I wanted to get this before he died. And listen to this. Listen to this. This is my shop steward. Rudy Gardner.
Yes, sir.
Don Folder.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, man. What's up?
Man, I saw online you had an operation and thing, man.
Well, I had a blood transfusion, yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there, man. You know, I was bleeding. I had nosebleed. Was bleeding out. So they had to give me a transfusion. Other than that, you know, I'm doing well, man.
Did they
sick,
man? Did they find out why you bleeding like that?
Sick. Well, they say I was anemic, so I'm you know, they're running tests on me now. I'm headed to the doctor now, man. So they're running a bunch of tests and stuff. They don't know why I'm bleeding. You know, I got a bunch of endo to take and colonoscopy to take, and they're taking blood and all that stuff. So, you know. Yeah, but other than that, you know, I'm hanging in there, man. Thanks for calling me, man.
Hey, man, I you know, hey, you my man, Rudy. Even though, let me tell you something, brother. I want to say this sincerely. Even though 922 did me wrong, brother, that's probably the best decision. My circumstance was the best thing that ever happened to me. As bad as it was.
Yeah.
It was the best thing that happened to me, brother. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad our relationship didn't.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you, Rudy. I mean, I know you did what you felt you must do, man. But I wanna tell you that I don't hold anything personally against you, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
For what happened, because I mean, I got screwed, man. I mean, I know I got screwed.
I know you did too. I know you did too.
Yeah, so I just wanna let. That's my shop steward, man. That's my shop steward. Saying I know you got screwed too. See, and they talking about all this union shit, man. The union ain't nothing but somebody else. That was my shop steward. That's my shop steward. See, here's the problem, y'all. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. This is why I had to be gotten rid of. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all why they had to get rid of me. See, cause I wasn't a quiet member. See, I can show you where I went to court against my union. So I didn't even have but the union members they was too scared to even help me get a lawyer. I went by myself, man. I went and filed a case against Ed Carnegie myself. And this dude was so cruddy. He died. Him and his wife was going somewhere, and they ran off the road, man, and ran into a tree and burned themselves up. That's how he died. But he was cruddy. And Ferline Boyd was his protege. Okay, so they had to get rid of me because I kept their feet to the fire. That's why I'm one of them guys that would speak up. I would question stuff. I would ask questions, and they didn't like that. So they had to get rid of me. That's why they got rid of me. Okay, and like I said, you can go back and see. And here's the thing. This is the sad part about this. They're using my case as a precedence to fire other people. And look what they did. They combined two different. I don't have to, y'all won't think I'm making this up. Okay, so you won't think I'm making this up. Let me read this to you. Let me read this to you, so you won't think I'm. Oh, there you go. He making this stuff up. Okay, I'm trying to read his conclusion. Okay, did the authority demonstrate sufficient cause to discharge? The Board of Arbitration concludes that the authority has met its burden of demonstrating that the grievant engaged in misconduct for which these were sufficient cause for discharge. Accordingly, the grievance is denied in all respect. Thus, the Board of Arbitration concludes, for the reasons set forth above, that the grievance misconduct in making accusations against supervisors to their superior, Mr. Cato, alleging serious misconduct by supervisors, including sexual improprieties, constituted sufficient cause to support the authority's determination to discharge the grievance. In this regard, the grievance made these allegations against the supervisors to their superiors repeatedly with no apparent recognition of or concern for the actual or potential harm such allegations could have on the professional careers or personal reputations of the supervisors. Now, okay, but in the letter, and let me show y'all. Mr. Victoria's investigation revealed a number of policy violations on your part, the most serious of which was intentional filing of false statements about your coworkers. See, my coworker and my supervisors are two different things. You see, you saying I filed this against my coworkers in this letter. Okay, you ain't said nothing about no supervisor in this letter. And see, my question, and I tried to file a complaint with the DC bar. They wouldn't even let me file a complaint against this cat, man. This cat here, Joseph M. Sharnoff, is so connected. I couldn't even file a complaint with the American Bar Association against him. They wouldn't even let me file a complaint against this dude. Okay? All right? And he swore an oath as an attorney. And you take a letter that says my last day was January the 21st on one letter, and then another letter that says my last day was January the 22nd. These are two different days. So one voids out the other. If I'm accused on Friday, how can I be guilty on Thursday? If my last day is on Friday, and then if my last day is on Thursday, how am I guilty on Friday? If Thursday is my last day. And because I raised these questions up, man, I'm crazy. Metro is living in my head. Okay, when I'm showing people, man, this is how they screwed me. And I ain't the only one they done screwed. See, that's the sad part about it. I ain't the only one they done screwed like this. I'm the only one speaking up, but I ain't the only one they done screwed. And nobody, and see, this is the thing, it's okay for my life to be destroyed. Man, my mama died thinking I was lying. My mama died thinking I was lying. And I'm not supposed to be upset about that. That's I'm supposed to live with that. See, I can't voice my displeasure. Man, y'all, my mama died thinking I was lying. And I got proof. I got a video. And when nobody say, damn, let's look into, how come we can't look into that? Yeah, they clown me. Yeah, they did. And it's people like you that because I got the courage to stand up and fight for myself, that y'all want to demonize me. You see, you want to make me this bad person because I stand up for myself. I stand up and speak for myself. Man. Who's to say? An injustice is an injustice. And here's the deal. If I was just an average Joe Blow, I went out here trying to do nothing. I went out here trying to be a part of nothing. See, I wouldn't have a leg to stand on. But because I done built a brand up, I've been speaking on issues. I try to stand up for what's right and what's wrong. And people have a problem. I got this Puerto Rican woman, person, whoever this is, right? Talking about, oh, you still letting them live in your head? Who's to say, since when, man, you supposed to take people screwing over you? When is that supposed to be the norm, that you're supposed to be okay with being screwed? This is how people right now, folk, when you stand up and try to speak out, man, they be like, man, get over that. And see, the average person has been screwed. You don't know nothing about me, man. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about. I bet you, if you was one when I was a shop steward and your ass was fired and I was fighting for your job, I bet you wouldn't be talking that shit now. See that shit you talking now, but I bet you if I was on the line trying to get your job back, oh, I'd be working. Oh, true conductor, you the man. You the man. See, if I'm fighting to help you get your job back, you the man. But see, you can come talk all that shit because you ain't never done nothing, man. You ain't never stood up for nothing. Listen, y'all, I'm probably the only civilian citizen in Washington, D.C. that has fought corruption in the police department where some cops actually went to jail. Okay? Where some cops actually went to jail. All right? Took me 7 years. And just like, that's why I ran for mayor. Because I went to internal affairs to try to report the corruption that I saw in the police department. Doug Williams had just won the Super Bowl, first black quarterback. And they had this T-shirt out, How You Like Me Now. And with Doug Williams holding a football. And it was designed, the T-shirt was designed where if you knock the T-shirt off, the fingernails would be white. See, that's how the T-shirt was designed. Okay? And man, we was bootlegging the hell out of that T-shirt. And one day I went into to the print shop, and the sergeant of the vending unit, a police officer, is in there printing bootleg T-shirt. I said, man, that's against the law. You can't do that. You ain't supposed to be doing that. You the police. And you gonna come in here and bootleg some T-shirt? You bootlegging T-shirts yourself? And to this day, that same guy is a street vendor. With his, he left his girlfriend was a vendor. He left his wife for her, and they still vending to this day. To this day, they're still vending. Okay, down by the baseball stadium. Jerome Gray. All right, Sergeant Jerome Gray is down by the baseball stadium right in 2022. If he's still living. Him, David Brooks and George Hardy are the two cops. Man, let me show you how brazen Brooks and Hardy were. The Koreans was bringing them money down in front of the police station. They gave them money, gave one of them $3,000 and gave the other one $3,500, and they was getting that money every week because Brooks and Hardy made sure they had a spot in front. The spot in front of Forest Theater was supposed to be rotated. But them Koreans was paying off the vending cops and they ain't never moved. It's making thousands of dollars. Didn't move. And when I complained about the corruption in the police department, they told me I was lying. They couldn't find no proof. The only proof we can find is you don't want to adhere to the vending rules and regulations. And I said to Sergeant Everett then, if I got to run for mayor to tell this story, I will. There it is right there. I ran for mayor of D.C. against Marion Barry in 1994. That's how serious I was. That's how dedicated I was to this. And finally, one day, Judy, where I used to vend on 4th Street was a one-way street. So I saw them. They had this blue Chevy Caprice light, and you knew who they were. And I saw them cruising down, and they turned down the street. I said, "Oh shit, here they come!" Had a tape recorder, turned the tape recorder, and dropped it off in my pocket. And Hardy got out the car, Don Folden, you ain't shit. And if you got your tape on, motherfucker, turn it up and tell him to come get me. And I looked at him. I said, "What you?" He said, "Motherfucker, you heard me. If you got your tape on, turn it up, motherfucker, and tell them come get me. And you ain't shit. Because I'm getting ready to get up out of here." And the tape was running. And I took it right to Internal Affairs. And they said, can we? I said, "No, I'll bring you a copy. I'm going to find that tape. I got that tape somewhere. I'm going to find it and let y'all hear it." Okay? He was cussing me out like a sailor, man. And that's what made me run for mayor. Because they told me I was lying. And they ended up getting caught, going to jail. And Brooks and Hardy cried like babies. What's going on? They cried like babies, man. Cried like babies. They sure did. When they got caught, man, they cried like babies. Okay? See, so man, you don't, man, this social media, man. You trying to, I got this little dick motherfucker trying to pinpoint me on social media. Man, you can't pinpoint nobody. You see what I want you to see. See, you only see what I want you to see, man. That's what you don't understand. You see what I want you to see. And if I don't want you to see it, you don't see it. Like you don't see how I live in my house. You don't see how junk in my house is. Now, you ever notice that? You don't see the junk in my house, cause that I have to. And I told my wife this, baby. Housekeeping is not one of my strong points. Okay, no, I'm telling you. Now, housekeeping, I'm a man. I'm not. That's not one of my strengths. Creativity is my strength. But if you come in my house, I know you've been in there because I know where everything, even as junky as it is, I know where everything is. I know where everything is. Junky as my house is, buddy. I can go to anything I want. I know where it is. Some valuable stuff I got hid in the trash. You'll look at it and think it's trash, and it's actually valuable. See, that's how you have to do people, man. You make it so unbearable that ain't nothing in here. All this trash, shit. That's where the gold mine is, in the trash, and you overlooking it, with your dumb ass, cause you looking for some. See, that's how stupid you are. Anyway, so today would have been my 20th anniversary, man. And this will show you how the Union Teamsters Local 922, Wmata, arbitrator Joseph M. Sharnoff, and Mooney, Green, Sandin, Murphy, and Welch. All of them were in cahoots to get rid of me. They all was in cahoots. See, it was a conspiracy, man. I'm the best example of collusion that you can find. Man, if the FBI was looking for collusion up in Metro with the unions, it's me. I'm the case. I can show you collusion. I can show it to you. I can prove it. I just can't get nobody's attention. See, that's the disheartening part. My life can be torn upside down, man, but I can't get nobody's attention and say, man, look at this. Swore an oath. He swore an oath when he got his law degree. He's supposed to be neutral. And you're going to take two letters with two different dates on them and combine them to justify your decision. And people like, get over that. So what? He screwed you. So what? You know, you get over that. Move on with your life. How do you move on from being screwed when your life been destroyed? How do you move on from that? See, thank God, man, I had the creativity to keep on building my tours, my limousine business, you know, because when I left Metro, I had my CDL. They couldn't take that. So I went in business for myself. See, if they were still in my head, I wouldn't even been able to get back. Man, when I filed for unemployment, they told me, you've been accused of workplace violence. That's what you talking about. They said, no, we ain't paying you. You're accused of workplace violence. See, and this letter right here, this letter right here, this mail fraud. This right here is me. Anytime somebody call up and inquire, cause it's different from this letter. This is mail fraud, cause it's a lie. So when you call up and you tell people I was and fired for workplace violence, that's a lie. I wasn't fired for workplace violence, but you had to make this look bad to discredit me. And you know, and you still got people that are afraid to speak up for themselves and say what's going on and say I'm wrong. I actually had my house is in foreclosure, and I'm gonna get favored with that. I'm gonna get favored with that. Even with my house being in foreclosure all these years, I'm still gonna end up getting favor with that situation. It's gonna work out in my favor. You see, it's gonna work out in my favor. I believe that it's gonna work out in my favor. And and see, the thing of it is, if your life is destroyed, if somebody do something to disrupt your life, see, you have to get over it. It's okay for them to use them. See, that's how I know they had to lie and cheat to beat me. Because what I was saying was true. If what I was saying wasn't true, how come you had to lie to beat me? Why you got to cheat to beat me? If what I'm saying wasn't true, you see. So obviously, what I was saying must have been true, because you had to cheat to beat me. And that's that. And it would have been 20. Man, I would have had 20 years today. Would have been my 20th anniversary for Metro. At 69 years old, I probably would have retired. You see? No, man. See, so that you can see that, so that you can see that Operator Don Folden, what does it say? Was employed by on April the 5th, 2002. Okay? No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. No, I hadn't even created my tours, man, by then. When I left Metro, actually, I went and started serving in church. because I couldn't go to church when I was working. So when I lost my job, man, I just started serving in church. That's how I occupy my mind. I said, man, I'm going to church and I'm gonna serve the Lord. This is what I'm gonna do. Okay? And in doing that, I had a guy come up and say, man, I want to help you go into business. Go look at this car. And next Sunday, let me know what you think about it. And it was my limo. It was my limo, man. That was my limo. And when I got it, man, the car was when I found my car, it was well when my car found me, it had 21,000 miles on it and garage kept. That's how clean the car was. Here it is. This is my baby. This is my baby right here. This is what I started Cowder Buddy Limo with. Okay? This 6-door baby right here had 21,000 miles on it, garage kept. Okay? All right? This is what I. Hey man, if you don't like how I tell my story, go somewhere else. Why don't you go somewhere else? Okay? Yeah, it was a funeral home car. Yes, it was. That's what the guy did. He sold funeral home cars. And I went from this to these two. These are the two vans that I got repossessed. This was a 2014 Mercedes Sprinter, and this was a 2015 Ford Transit van. Right there. Okay? Boy, I tell you, you're not making Puerto Rican people look very intelligent. You're not making Puerto Rican people look. You're asking some really dumb questions. You know, you're asking some really dumb questions. You're not making Puerto Rican people look too bright right now. Okay? And my man, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. I don't have a reason to lie. I don't have a reason to lie. I don't have to make stuff up. See, and if you think I'm lying, why don't you go and ask somebody and see? That'll tell you right there. If you think my story is such a lie, if you think I don't have to lie about that, man. I don't have to lie about that. You can go through my social media and see plenty of pictures with me in my vans. You can see there are plenty of pictures with me in my van and my social media, buddy. So I ain't got to lie about that. Okay? I don't have to. See. That's according to who? You? What I say is a lie according to you. What makes you the expert? What makes you the expert? What makes you the expert? Hey, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all something. This was the agreement. This is what they tried to get me to sign right here. This the agreement they wanted me to sign to come back to work. And I said, I ain't signing that. I want my money. Listen to what they try to get me to sign. Agreement between Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority and Local 922 International Brotherhood of Teamsters, grievance settlement, last chance agreement for Donald Folden. The parties have agreed to resolve this matter to advance their mutual interests. The conditions associated with this settlement are listed below. Here's number one. Grievant must have a reinstatement physical conducted by MED, and its reinstatement will be fully contingent on the successful completion of a return to duty physical and all training requirements. Number 2, grievant will be reinstated to the position of full-time bus operator assigned to a vacant full-time position with full seniority upon his return to duty. Number 3, grievance prior performance record will remain intact. Number 4, grievant will provide the authority with a current address and telephone number as required. Number 5, grievant will be required to attend and complete bus operator training as condition of his reinstatement to the position. Number 6, grievance original termination will be rescinded in the spirit of good labor relations. The grievant last administered infraction will remain on his record. Grievant was originally terminated on January 25th, 2010. Wow. Wow. I just see, just reading this. See, they saying I was terminated on, show you how sloppy they are. I was terminated on January 25th, but the two letters, one letter say I was terminated on Thursday, January 21st, and the other letter say I was terminated on Friday, January 22nd. And then this, they're saying I was terminated on January 25th. Okay, and I'm supposed to sign this, all right? Number 7, grievant will provide the authority a copy of his current valid commercial driver's license, and stuff. Number 8, grievant understands the authority will conduct a criminal background check prior to reinstatement. The grievant is required to inform human resources management if he's been involved in any activity that resulted in arrest or conviction that occurred during the termination period. Failure to inform the authority of any arrest or conviction will result in disciplinary action, not to exclude termination. Number 9, grievant will be assigned to the Landover Bus Division. That's the division I was in. Number 10, grievant will be required to enroll and successfully complete Wmata's internal training course, anger management and effective workplace behavior. Failure to attend the required training within 6 months of being reinstated will result in the grievant being terminated. Number 11, when the grievant returns to duty and begins working as a bus operator, he will be placed on probation for a period of 18 months. During that period, he must work 98% of his scheduled workday. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. Number 11, when the grievant returns to duty and begins to work he will be placed on probation for 18 months, a year and a half. And in that year and a half, I got to work 98% of my work. During that period, he must work 98% of his scheduled work days. This means the grievant cannot miss no more than a total of 8 working days, including holidays and vacation days. Come on, man. Or I'm terminated. All right? Okay, so number 12, grievant cannot have any discipline that results in a suspension during the 18-month period. If the grievant has discipline that results in a suspicion, he will be terminated. Grievant cannot have no more than 2 supervisory violations where discipline is administered. If the grievant accumulates more than 2 violations, any discipline, he will be terminated. Grievant cannot report to work late more than 2 times during the probationary period. If the grievant reports to work more than 2 times during the, I can't be late in a year and a half, but twice. Okay. Grievant cannot make threats to any member of management regarding his personal beliefs or talk to any external media. If it does so, the grievant will be terminated. In addition, the terms of this agreement may not be disclosed or shared with any party outside of the authority, with the exception of local 922 officials and 922 attorneys. Grieving cannot have more than 2 consumer complaints during the 18-month period. Grievant must make a personal apology to Service Director Leroy Jones and Superintendent Dolores Proctor prior to his reinstatement. The grievant must cease any and all unemployment benefits he is now receiving, and immediately upon returning to Wmata. They made sure I couldn't get no unemployment. And number 19, grievant cannot transfer unions until the probationary period is successfully completed. In the spirit of good labor relations, the party have agreed to resolve the grievance dated January 29, 2010 without further litigation. If the grievant has a violation similar in nature, he will face progressive discipline to include immediate termination. Grievant will not receive any back pay as a part of the last chance agreement. Failure to comply with any of the agreed stipulations will result in termination. The parties agree that this action results a full and complete disposition of the above reference, and each expressly waives any relief not specified or provided therein. Furthermore, this settlement is not intended to establish a precedent. Neither party was cited in any future cases involving a different. And see, they lied about this. They use this case right now as a precedent. My case is used right now. Okay? Right now. All right? So I and see, and look, they tried to get me to sign. Man, I wasn't signing this shit. I wasn't signing this. I wasn't signing this because I know how credible you are. See, I know how you're trying to set me up. See, that's all you're trying to do is set me up. And I ain't fall for the bait. I said, man, I want my money back. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go back, man. No, I wouldn't go back in there. I want my money, man. Just give me, just do right by me, man. Give me my money and let me go on about my business. You know that's all I want, man. Because you can see I shouldn't have been fired. And see, this is the thing. If I'm so wrong, how come you had to cheat to beat me? If I'm so wrong, why you got to cheat to beat me? See, that's the question can't nobody answer. If I'm so wrong, why you got to cheat to beat me? And see, and y'all cool with somebody cheating. Okay? They cool with that. See, I got another little dick motherfucker up in here. Coming up in here talking shit. And see, if they screwed him, he just roll over and give him the Vaseline and say, here you go. Go on and do me. But because I stand up and I speak out, I'm a demon, man. I'm crazy. Cause I stand up and speak out, man. You see that's you. Just cause you would accept somebody screwing over you, that's you. That's you. That shows you the coward you are. If you can't stand up and fight for yourself, that's you. You that coward. I can't help because you're a coward and you won't stand up and fight for you. I keep telling y'all, man, you always got to teach people how to treat you. And see, I got emails, man. I got emails how they screwed me. I got emails right here show you how they were screwing me. Man, this guy Richard Welch was trying to get me to sign some shit. I said, man, I ain't signing this shit. Man, in fact, I don't even want you as my attorney. My first attorney, Richard Welch, you know, and he's dead. And I would, you know, I don't normally say this kind of stuff about dead people, but that's one guy. If I knew where his grave was, I'd go spit on it. I'm serious about that. Richard Welch, he's dead. If I knew where his grave was, I go. Man, in fact, not only would I spit, I take a piss on his grave. I really would. Because he's a racist. He was a racist, nasty motherfucker. I would go, I'd spit and take a piss on his grave if I knew where it was right now. I'd go take a piss on his grave. Okay? All right? Now I'm serious about that, man. So uh uh well, I'm glad you I see. Here's the beauty that I love about my trolls. My trolls get on here and think they be trying to put me on blast, but they so stupid they don't realize y'all follow me, man. You know my whole story, so that means you've been listening to me, and sometimes you're probably listening to me on the down low. Okay, you probably listening to me on the down low, and you think I'm upset, man, because you know all my story. I got you hooked. Otherwise, you wouldn't even been up in here. I got a guy, man. I got this guy uh, that text me yesterday. Okay, text me yesterday. This guy, uh, take my number down off your Facebook, and if I don't, what the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously, obviously you have some serious issue. You act so desperate for money, it's pathetic. How am I acting desperate for money? How is that? And another, and see, let me show y'all something, man. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all the kind of crap I have to deal with. Show y'all how the kind of crap I have to deal with. Where those photos at? Let me show y'all this stuff here, man. These cats are crazy. They're crazy. Here we go. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. I got it. I got this person call me. One time they call me 3 times here, 19 times here, 6 times here, 11 times here, 2 times. Almost 30 phone calls in one day, man. And then I got them blocked. You know, I got them blocked. And they keep calling me, leaving me all these messages. Why? I mean, I'm just a truth conductor. That's all I am. And if I ain't nobody, why I get your attention? If I'm just coming there, why you up in here with me? If I'm such a demonized person, why you up in here with me? I can get your attention. Why is that? And see, the problem we have now is, uh, 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 I know they do. See, the problem we have now is most folk don't know how to recognize genuine people. See, most of the people, even like this little dick Raheem, whoever the fuck he is. Assalamu alaikum, Raheem. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, Raheem. Lil Dick, assalamu alaikum, Raheem. Yeah, that's what I said, motherfucker. You lil dick motherfucking fake ass Muslim. That's what you are. Coming up in here with your Raheem bullshit. And probably eat more pork than anybody. Okay? Yeah. He probably eat more pork than you pork. I bet you'll tear a plate of chitlins up. Come up here talking about some Raheem. I bet you'll put a hurting on a plate of chitlins, buddy. Give you a pork chop sandwich. Shit, you'll eat the bone too. You'll be sucking on the bone. Won't you, Raheem? Raheem. Don't you like pork chops, Raheem? Raheem. When the last time you had a pork chop, Raheem? Raheem, you ain't gone, are you? Raheem, when the last time you had a pork chop? Yo, fake Muslim ass. When the last time you had it? Raheem. Raheem. Oh, no. That's the only person that use. Raheem is Muslim. So that shows you how stupid you are. that shows you how stupid you are. Raheem is Muslim. That is Muslim. And you coming up here with your fake Puerto Rican ass. Yeah, you coming up in here. Oh, really? Really? Oh, fake Puerto Rican. I got a fake Puerto Rican mother of three. Shit. You ain't a bit more Puerto Rican than this little finger right here. Okay? No. Where Raheem at? Where old fake Muslim Raheem at? Raheem, where you at? Where you at? Raheem, when the last time you had a pork chop, man? When the last time you had a pork chop, Raheem? Raheem, I bet you eat some pork up, boy. I bet you'll light into some damn pork chops and some chitlin shit. I bet you'll eat that shit up, Raheem. I bet you a pork chop man. Bet you a pork chop man. And you come up here, Raheem, like you suppose somebody, man, get the fuck up out of here. You're a fake ass Muslim. That's what you are, a fake ass Muslim. Yeah, he probably has. uh, uh, so what? So what? So what? You've been through my videos. So what? So what? You've been through my videos. So what if he worked for American Hat? I still would tell him he's a fake ass Muslim. That don't mean nothing. So listen to me. Listen to me. Sometimes you just have to trust God. And that's what a lot of y'all don't do, trust God, because you don't even know how to honor God on the Sabbath day. Sometimes you just got to trust God. That's all, regardless to what people say. Sometimes you just got to trust God, man, and believe God. And let them say what they want to say. Because the Bible say, by the increase of your lips, your belly shall be filled. Man, I got more money than I'll ever need. I'm the biggest giver in the world. That's my claim. Okay? I'm the biggest giver in the world right now. See, that's the title that I'm claiming. I'm the biggest giver in the world. Okay? So regardless to what you might think, man, I'm the biggest giver in the world. That's my goal. To be the biggest giver in the world. Good Lord, let me live, man. I want to be the biggest giver in the world. That's what I want to do. See, see, hey, fake, assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Raheem Hakeem. You're a fake ass Muslim. Raheem, you're a fake ass Muslim, buddy. What you got to say about that? And see, let me show you how bad I am. I'm telling you to your face, you're a fake ass Muslim. I'm telling you to your face, you're a fake ass Muslim. I can tell you to your face, you're fucking fake. How many times do you pray? How many times do you pray? how many times do you pray? Oh, how many times? I don't have to know you, man. I know your actions. I know you're fake because you come up in here with your little dick actions. That's how I know you're fake. That's how you know you're a fake Muslim. Because you come up in here with that old devious attitude and think ain't nobody supposed to recognize it. That's how I know you fake, man. With the energy that you're bringing up in here. And you want to try to come up here being all philosophical and like you on point. And you a fake ass Muslim, man. That's all you are. You know, you're fake. You can talk shit about me all day long, man. I'm telling you to your face, you're a fake ass Muslim. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that to your face. I'm telling you that to your face. You're a fake Muslim. That's what you are. You're a fake ass Muslim. I'm telling you to your face. You're fake. Now, what you got to say about that? Raheem? Pork eating Raheem? Pork chop Raheem? Where you at, pork chop Raheem? Raheem. Hey, pork chop Raheem. Where you at? I'm telling you, you fake. Where you at, pork chop? Pork chop. Where you at? Where you at, pork chop? Listen, let me tell y'all something. This is something that you will find fascinating in the black community. See, the Underground Railroad was nothing but a code system. Baby, sweetie, I know I got bad teeth. You ain't got to tell me. I know I got bad teeth. You think I don't know I got bad teeth? you think I don't know? But my wife loved me. She loved me. She loved me, bad teeth and all. So what you got to say about that? My wife still loved me, bad teeth and all. So what you got? And see, you got some flaws too that can't nobody see. Probably worse than my teeth. Some of the flaws you got. See, so don't come up here and try living in a glass house, trying to throw no stone. You're probably a size 22, and you want to sit here and talk shit. And bet you wear a size 22. I bet you overweight. Bet you overweight. Bet you overweight. Tell me I'm lying. Bet you your ass is overweight. I'm 69 years old, baby. You don't even, you look older than me, and I'm older than you, and you look way older than I do. And I'm 69, and you look older than me. And you got the nerve to sit up here and try to talk about somebody's teeth. And you looking all ragged and haggard and everything else. Probably don't nobody want your fat ass. That's why you up in here with me, cause ain't don't nobody want to be putting up with your fat ass. So you come up in here and let the truth conductor entertain you. Yeah, I know I look good. Shit. I know I look good. I know I look good. I know I do. I ain't got to ask you. Shit. Yeah. I don't have to, you're a fake Muslim, man. Why don't you take your fake Muslim ass on up out of here? No, we don't want no. We don't want no. Oh, oh, yeah. He should be praying. Yeah. What time is it? What time is it? Ain't it time for your prayer time, man? And you have been here with me. Ain't it time for you to be praying somewhere? Shouldn't you be praying somewhere? Huh? Ain't it your prayer time with your fake ass? Huh? Ain't it your prayer time? Shouldn't you be praying somewhere? Huh? Raheem. Hey, Raheem. Raheem. Shouldn't you be somewhere praying, Raheem? See that's and see you black. I know you black. With a name called Raheem, you are a Negro. That's what you are. Okay? You black. You black as tar, buddy. You out of the Negro race, buddy. Raheem with a name right. Oh shit, yeah, you black. White folk, a white person would name themselves Raheem. Oh yeah. So when they look at you, oh here come that. We got another old stupid ass nigga. Raheem, he is. Raheem. Raheem, he it is. Yeah, you barking up the right tree, buddy. Shit don't feel funny now that the shoe has been turned on the other foot. That shit ain't funny. See, it's funny when you get up here trying to talk about somebody else, not somebody talking about you. Man, why you worried about my wife, man? Why you worried about my wife? Why don't you go get you a wife? At least I got one. You ain't even got one. At least I got one. Where's your wife at, man? You ain't even got a wife. And you want to sit here and try to throw stones at me. And at least I'm married, man. I got a wife. Okay? I got a wife. So where's your wife? Y'all, you always worried about what my wife is doing. Why you worried about my wife? Why you worried about my wife? Okay? They ain't my teeth, baby. 69 years old, they ain't my teeth. Trust me. They ain't my teeth. No, they ain't my teeth. And that's one of the things, ain't no shame in my game. I mean, shit. I got a fucked up mouth. But it don't stop me from talking. I still would voice my opinion. Man, I was down in front of the White House yesterday. And this little dick motherfucker wants to try to intimidate me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. This guy tried to intimidate me yesterday.
We spoke to
Say that
the
again?
United States Park Police. My name is Yarrow Hetman. Yarohetman. We
Okay.
spoke to the United States Park Police.
Okay.
Issued a permit to be here. They
Okay.
explained to us that it is illegal to have a sound system without a stage.
Oh, really?
That's correct.
So is this Park Police property right here, sir?
Right now, the
Park
Metro Police Department
Is this Park Police property,
the
sir?
Park Police explained to me.
Sir, is this
what
Park
laws
Police
are.
property, sir?
As far as I know, this is not Park Police.
Okay, so if this is not Park Police property, why are you trying to enforce something they have no control
So the
over?
Park Police explained to me what the laws are of this state right here, of this area right
Where
here.
you from, man?
I live here in Washington.
How long you been here?
That doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't you hang out until the MPD
No,
gets
no, I'm here every day, my man.
Good.
Okay?
I'm glad you are.
I'm here every day.
Good. And so
Okay.
are we, if you haven't noticed.
All right? So I'm here every day.
Okay.
Okay? And if you're so concerned, you're such an able-bodied man.
That's right.
Why you ain't over in fucking Ukraine fighting yourself? Why you not over there fighting?
I'm doing way more.
Why you over here? Why you out of harm's way, man? How come you ain't over there in harm's way? Why you not over there in harm's way, man? And you over here out of harm's way talking shit to me.
Extent of the law. I'm not talking
And man, I don't give a fuck about your law.
The full extent of the law to
Man, do I look like I care, man?
I don't care whether you care.
Okay, so you're in my space, so I'm gonna
Just to show you.
leave.
Just to show you. You know, so one of the little girls that was down there yesterday was I told him he had little dick energy too. Came and I explained to her that one, I've been assaulted by the people, that I didn't like the way African students were being treated in Ukraine. I had just as much right to come down and protest that as they do about this. Well, what about Russia? We ain't talking about Russia. We talking about Ukraine. This is who we talking about. And see, the problem I have with Ukraine is this. Anytime you want to start asking questions, they always want to shut you down. You can't even ask no questions about Ukraine. Okay? All right? You can't even I got some little dick energy up in here. Do you take care of your wife like a man is supposed to do? Do you take care of your wife financially? Really? 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 Do you take care of your wife financially? Do you take care of your wife financially? Tom, if you got one, little dick Tom. Do you take Tom? Do you take care of your wife, Tom? Because you in here under this alias. See, we wouldn't have a chance to know who your wife is. We would know who your wife is. I told you, man. I ain't got to. One thing you'll find out about me, my man. I don't lie. I don't like liars. That's the one thing. That's the one thing you'll find about me. I don't like liars, man. I don't like a liar. I don't like a thief, and I don't like a cheater. Them three things, man, that I told my kid, man, don't lie to me, don't steal from me, and don't cheat me. We good. We good. See, and that's what I stand on. Okay? That's what I stand on. Money make anything look real, sweetie. Money can make anything look real. You got some guys running around here with a sock in their pants with some money, and that shit look real. So money make anything look real, man. Man, in fact, if you had some money, let me show you. Let me show you something. Like the people that's on here talking about my mouth, I bet you if I was giving away some money, they wouldn't give a fuck how screwed up my mouth was. If I could change their life. See, that shows you how fickle people can be. See, people couldn't talk all that crap right now until you get in a position where they know you can change your life. They sing a whole different song. Okay? They'll sing a whole different, when you can change their life, they'll sing a whole different tune then. But anyway, man, I think it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna go back down by the White House today. I'm going back down by the White House today. And see what's going on. It's kind of raining out. It's cloudy. It's overcast. So I'm gonna go down there and see what's going on. Yeah, see what's happening. That's the least of my problems, man. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that. That's not my problem. That's not my problem right now. That's the least of my problems right now. Getting a hard dick ain't my problem. That ain't mine. That's not one of my weaknesses. Well, I tell you what. If it was, you sure like coming up in the big dick zone. you sure like hanging out in the big dick zone, motherfucker. You come up in here talking that shit. Oh, that's what it is. Y'all like my big dick energy. That's what it is. That's what my trolls like about me, my big dick energy. That's why they come up in here giving me such a hard time, because they like my big dick energy. Okay? That's Raheem. Raheem, you know too much about me, buddy. For this to be your first time. See, you done spotted some stuff that couldn't be your first time because you've been watching from a distance, buddy. Yeah, you might be your first time up, but you've been watching for a distance. Oh, really? You got my numbers up? Okay, okay, okay. Why don't you put them up into the hundred thousands, the thousands of thousands? Since you get I mean, 2 or 3 people. If you're gonna get my numbers up, I mean, come on, man. Oh, you friends with Neocon? Oh, okay. All right, if you say so. All right, if you say so. Okay. Uh, hey man, that's it for me today on this topic. I want to man, I'm see y'all because this fake Muslim. I got this fake Muslim up in here. He just getting on my nerves. I see y'all later.